Where Mars is in your chart will give you an idea of how weight loss helps to guide you and how you can use this energy, your own energy, to guide you. Okay? And you see them that focused on this through margin topics. Some margin topics are definitely working out, right? And also sexual frustration. I have also talked to you about how certain colors will help, and actually, in just pure color therapy, it is recommended to use red and utilize red, as a form of weight loss because of the power of the root chakra and of Mars. So, with understanding that Mars is a powerful tool to understand about your weight loss journey, it's gonna tell you a lot about who has a tendency to fall more into these, you know, phases in life where they're going to be a little more overweight. Okay, so Mars that isn't as strong, right? Which would definitely be any sign that's not Aries, Scorpio, or Capricorn. So any sign that's not those three, Mars isn't as at its strongest, okay? And this is because Mars works well in all of these placements. That's Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn, okay? Mars is the ruler of Aries and Scorpio and is considered exalted in Capricorn. Now, any other placements might have some difficulties. The other placements that do well with Mars, even despite the zodiac sign, are the angular houses. So if you find that your Mars is in the 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th house, Mars does well in these houses, even with a zodiac sign that isn't as strong, because of his ability to output his will in a cardinal initiative energy, which the angular houses provide. Okay, so if you have Mars in the 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th house, then Mars is also working out pretty strong here. So these are people who may not have as much difficulty with willpower, who could take on certain things like a big, strong, forceful regimen of athleticism or working out, right? And, just have to tap into the power of their own energies. Now, for everyone else, we have to consider where Mars is if it's not in Aries, Scorpio, or Capricorn, or if Mars is not in one of the angular houses, the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, or the 10th, then we actually have to look at how to utilize Mars in a different way, okay? So all of the planets have these heights and these falls, and where they're at their best and where they're not, but it doesn't mean that you can't do anything about it. Knowing how the planet wants to act in a not as comfortable place will help you to work more with the energy. So if Mars is in any of the other signs, then you have to look at what those signs need. So I definitely recommend to watch my playlist on Mars and watch a playlist on Mars and the signs. Okay, now the next thing is to know that if Mars is in a succeedant house, okay, so if Mars is in the 2nd house, if Mars is in the 5th house, if Mars is in the 8th house, or if Mars is in the 11th house, well, this is a succeedant Mars, and so this Mars has the ability to kind of start things but can't always finish them or can't sustain them as much, okay? The succeedant houses can sometimes feel like they are steady energies, but with Mars here, it's a little bit of a weird combination, because Mars is actually not what makes things steady. What makes things initiate. It's what makes things start. Okay, so starting in a steady house could be great if you have a good idea and you want to get it started. You might have enough willpower to push it even, but you can also find yourself stuck fighting for something that is not helping you, or just stuck in a certain position. Mars can get stuck in the succeeding houses. So this is a need to understand that these energies are going to have to move with whatever you feel, right? So if you feel like you can't work out anymore and you have Mars in the succeeding house, you might actually want to just listen to that, right? Let's say if you can't work out and you have Mars in the angular house, well, then that might actually mean that you need to just put a little bit more fire into your ass. But if you have Mars in the succeeding house, you might need to take your time and not push yourself so hard, okay? Now, if you have Mars in a cadent house, okay, now cadent houses are going to be the 3rd house, the 6th house, the 9th house, and the 12th house. Okay, these houses are ever changing, so they move. So your Mars energy will not want to do the same things. It's going to want to change and shift, change its mind, try out something for a little bit and then move on to something else. So allowing yourself to have a lot of rest for your Mars in these placements is important. Allowing yourself to have an open mind about different ways in which you can output your willpower and energy is also important, okay? So I hope that this makes some sense. And if this one is very astrology particular, if you have any questions, just go ahead and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the memberships.